1.1 Features of Capitalism. In this section, we will look at the main features of capitalism and how it developed into the dominant economic system in the Western world. Capitalism grew out of the collapse of feudalism. Unlike feudalism, where land was the main source of wealth, capitalism is based on private ownership of the means of production. In this system, factories, machines, and resources are controlled by individuals or groups rather than by the state. The rise of capitalism was deeply connected to the Industrial Revolution, which began in 18th century England. New sources of power, especially coal and steam, replaced traditional wind and water energy. The factory system replaced the domestic system, where people once worked in their homes with simple tools. Factories brought workers together under one roof, leading to greater production but also creating new social classes. Among them were the bourgeoisie, the wealthy owners of capital, and the proletariat, the wage-earning workers. The early growth of capitalism was also tied to transatlantic trade. European nations built a global economy based on colonies, plantations, and slavery. Sugar, cotton, and tobacco plantations in the Americas generated enormous profits. These profits, often called capital, provided funds that fueled European industrialization. British port towns like Liverpool grew rich from the slave trade, while Manchester became a major textile center. In countries such as Germany and Italy, industrialization was closely linked to militarization and nationalism. To compete with older colonial powers like Britain and France, they also sought empires. This competition contributed to the outbreak of World War I. The capitalist system is shaped by free commerce, supply and demand, and competition. The government plays a limited role, imposing fewer restrictions than in other economic systems. This sets it apart from socialism, where central planning or a command economy places production, distribution, and pricing under government control. At its core, capitalism concentrates ownership of resources in the hands of a small group of wealthy individuals while most people work for wages. This dynamic has defined economic and social life in much of the modern world.